Hello, this is MrChabry. And guess what time it is? It is time for a new playthrough, a return, if you will. A return to Sinnoh. So, recently, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl released. And I actually did a poll to see which game most of you guys were going to be picking. And I was actually surprised to see Shining Pearl went out above Brilliant Diamond. So yeah, that was actually something that I didn't realize you guys were going to do. So, we're actually playing some... Yeah, I don't see the light. Alright, yeah, we're playing some Shining Pearl. I got my little McDonald's card here. You might not be able to see Turtwig since he's green, and he's like, oh, you can see through him. Okay. But we're going to be playing some Shining Pearl. This is probably going to be a lot of nostalgia. And we'll go with our name as MrChabry. Yeah, I never really played Pearl. I always had Diamond. And eventually I played Pokemon Platinum as well. And of course I did do a playthrough of Renegade Platinum. You guys probably have seen that. Where's my screen off? Screen's not usually like this. Now this boy here, he's your friend. What might his name be? Barry is basically the default name, but here's a bunch of different names, and Barry's not even listed. We'll just go with Tommy. Yeah, that'll go. MrChabry, the time has come. Your own tale of grand adventure is about to unfold. You will meet countless Pokemon and people. I'm sure along the way you'll discover many things, perhaps something about yourself. And that's the main thing about these epic quests. You always learn something about yourself. We're going to learn soon about this mysterious red Gyarados. Despite the explorations team's best efforts, the rare, oddly colored Pokemon eluded detection. The rumored red Gyarados failed to appear, even fleetingly. The crestfallen team. But yeah, that is a reference to Pokemon Gold and Silver and Crystal, and even Heart Gold, Soul Silver if you played those. In the Lake of Rage, there is a red Gyarados that you will have to catch. And I do love this art style. I think time goes on, I feel like I really like, you know, the Sword and Shield art style, but there's something about the Chibi art style that just takes you back, you know? It just makes you feel nostalgic. Especially if this is the sort of stuff that you played Pokemon-wise all the time. From Generation 1 to 6, it was basically the Chibi art style. In Generation 7, that's when they kind of start changing it a little bit. But it's still, you know, something crazy to go back to and watch. Yeah, we're just going to go over here. He's going to bump into us. That actually gives you an idea more about it. I feel like they should have changed Barry's facial, or Tommy's facial expression there. That's something they could have done there. Oh well. Yeah, what did you forget? Ah, I forgot something. Oh, he's not even going to tell me. I gotta go up and help him find his something. I don't know. But yeah, your rival's going to be basically the like a representation of a player that just rushes through the game and don't take their time. See, he's just going to keep running. And of course, we can't run yet. We don't have our running shoes. We're going to just slowly walk. Let's see here. But now we can go up here. And there's Barry just chilling out here. You saw that report. The search for Red Gyarados. The mysterious appearance of the furious Pokemon of the lake. That got me thinking. I bet our local lake has Pokemon like that in it too. What we're going to do, we're going to find a Pokemon like that. Okay, I guess we will. Let's go. Whoa, what'd your mama say? Don't go into tall grass. Wild Pokemon might attack you. It'll be okay if you have your own Pokemon. Don't. So we can't go there, even though a wild Pokemon could attack us with that one little step. I wonder if that's something that is possible in this. If you like mess around with that too much, eventually the Pokemon randomizer thing will throw a Pokemon at you. The RNG, rather, not randomizer. But yeah, we've got this old man and Dawn, Rowan and Dawn, just chilling out here, trying to do research. Pretty much this is going to be the same story as Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. And if you did see my Renegade Platinum, you'll pretty much know what the story entails. So yeah, there's not really that much different story-wise. But it doesn't have to be, because look at this. This is amazing. I love what they did with the blur effect. You've got this little blur effect where everything around you is, like, clear. But it gives, like, a dreamy quality to this, you know? It's like nostalgia, dreaminess. Hey, Barry, didn't you just tell me not to go in the tall grass because of things my mom said? Or was that me thinking? I keep saying Barry, it's Tommy. Oh, well. You guys know what I mean when I say Barry randomly. Alright, so this is where we get to select our Pokemon. Look at these Pokeballs. Let's battle using the Pokemon in them. Which one do you want? So the first time I played Pokemon Diamond, I actually picked Turtwig, and that's what I got my little Turtwig card. But I'm not going to pick Turtwig this time. Another good choice is Chimchar, the chimp Pokemon. And I'll talk a little bit about these different choices and what they entail. But we also have Piplup the Penguin. But yeah, basically, if you go with Turtwig, it's kind of a more difficult Pokemon to use, because grass types aren't really the best throughout a big chunk of the game. It is decent against the first gym, but later on, Turtwig kind of gets a little bit more difficult to use because it's slower and it's more of a defensive Pokemon. It does have decent attack when it's fully evolved, so that's more of what it is, a tank type Pokemon. And you got to watch out for ice types, because as a Torterra, it's very weak to ice. Chimchar, a lot of people go with Chimchar because it's one of the few fire types that you can get. I think it's the only fire type you can get early game. But there's actually not a lot of fire types that you can pick from. So a lot of people go with Chimchar because it's a fire fighting type in its final form as Infernape, which is actually a great type combination. And it gives you a fire type. A lot of the fire types you come across in Sinnoh aren't that great, like Ponyta. You can use a Houndoom later on, or a Magmortar, but a lot of people end up going with Ponyta because that's one of the few fire types that you can get, like, sort of middle of the game. But a lot of people end up going with Chimchar for that reason. And Piplup is an interesting Pokemon. I really love Piplup because it's got a unique typing in its final form. Water Steel, as in Polion. And it seems to be a really popular one, too. The thing about all three Sinnoh starters is they all have their you know, pluses. A lot of people have a specific Sinnoh Pokemon that they like. Sinnoh starter, rather. According to the poll, most of you guys picked Chimchar, and that didn't surprise me. What actually surprised me is the second highest was Turtwig, since it's a grass type and everything. The least picked was actually Piplup. And I'm going to go with Piplup, because the first time I played Diamond, I picked Turtwig. When I did my Renegade Platinum, I picked Chimchar. So we're going to go with Piplup. And Piplup's an amazing Pokemon, too. This thing has really good special attack in its final form, special defense as well. Infernape would be if you want a good, fast Pokemon. It's the fastest one. It has the highest. It's got really good attack and special attack, so you can have a mixed set if you want. But it is the fastest of the three. Turtwig's more of the bulkier Pokemon. It's got the highest defense of the three. And I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I do believe it's got a higher attack than Infernape. I do believe. I might be wrong with that. But then Piplup is the special attacker of the group. So, yeah, that's an interesting set of starters. You've got a mix attacker that's fast, a physical attacker that's slower, and then a special attacker, which is, I think it's got okay-ish speed. I don't remember off the top of my head. Actually, I think its speed stat's at 70, so it's actually pretty slow too. But it does have good special defense, and it does get that steel typing, which is actually amazing. Steel type is one of the best types in Pokemon. And here I am on this long tangent about, you know, the starters, types, and qualities, and I didn't even realize Dawn was there talking to us. She came and she was surprised that we used some of the Pokemon that were in the briefcase. She's kind of worried, because she forgot the briefcase with the special Pokemon. And she knows that she's probably going to be in trouble. Alright, go ahead. We have to return these Pokemon. They're not ours, but I want to spend a little more time with this little guy. I know. So if you pick Piplup, your rival will pick Turtwig. If you pick Turtwig, your rival will pick Chimchar. And if you pick Chimchar, your rival will have a Piplup. And then Dawn will be receiving the other starter. So in this, she's going to have the Chimchar. You should visit the lab later. And there she goes running. Okay. Maybe later I will. That was crazy. If he wasn't angry, he could have just yelled at us or whatever. He didn't want his Pokemon back. MrChabry should be getting home too. Okay. Guess we'll get home. Hopefully Mother won't be angry since we got in the grass. Oh, she was cooking. I do like how the cutscenes are in this. It's not too intrusive. I feel like, you know, looking at previous Pokemon games, Sun and Moon had really intrusive cutscenes. Kind of, you know, slowed the momentum. But this one's like got simple cutscenes. It's more of a cutscene than, you know, Diamond and Pearl, where it's just the little overworld models walking around. But it's not as intrusive as, you know, the newer games. So I do really like this. And we do have the running shoes now. Which, of course, if you use the D-pad, you can, you know, run with holding down B, just like, you know, OG Diamond and Pearl. But if you use the analog stick, you can actually run. So, yeah, we're going to run this way. We have to go to Sand Gym Town. And this is going to be our first wild Pokemon encounter besides, you know, the pre-scripted one. And Piplup is going to be an amazing team member. Usually when I do these playthroughs, I actually do plan out my team in advance. And I do have some ideas of what Pokemon I would like to use. I think planning out what team you're going to use, and then using those Pokemon, I feel like that, for me, that's an enjoyable way to play, because, you know, you get some pre-planning and you feel good about your team. And I do like, you know, pre-planning things. But I think in this one, I'm going to, you know, kind of wing it just a little bit. Because I don't know exactly where certain Pokemon come into play. There's some that I would like to get. Like in this playthrough, I actually want to use a Magmortar as my fire type. And that's because, you know, when I played Diamond, it was just Rapidash. When I did my Renegade Platinum, I used, of course, Chimchar. But I've never used a Magmortar on my team. That's like a unique Pokemon that I've always wanted to use, but I never have. I have used a Houndoom in my Crystal Randomizer Nuzlocke. I'm going to plug that. That was a few years ago. But I did do a Randomizer Crystal Nuzlocke, and Houndour was my starter, so I ended up making it to the end game with Houndoom. I'm not going to say what happened to Houndoom. I want to say something happened to Houndoom. So if you guys want to watch that, anytime, I've got a whole playlist of content. Anyway, we finally made it, and this is the research lab. So we're going to go in here. Oh, and there's Barry. Tommy. I keep saying Barry. Doesn't matter. I'll see you later. He's always impatient. He's just like running to the next gym. I'm gonna have to go in here and see what's going on. I do like the little reflection on the floor. That's really nice. Pokemon seems rather happy. I'll give Piplup to you as a gift. And I haven't even thought of a nickname. It's a Mel. You know what? I know it might be kind of a common name, but it's something I think I'll name it this. We're going to name it Napoleon. Napoleon. Because if you don't know, Empoleon is based off of Napoleon Bonaparte. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. A lot of people probably would name it something like Trident, Neptune, based on its design. I'm going to just name it Napoleon. I'm glad you're kind towards Pokemon. Alright. Let's go, man. I want you to do something for me. My name is Rowan. I study Pokemon. First of all, I know exactly what... I want to know what kind of Pokemon live in the Sinnoh region. I want you to collect data using the Pokedex. Yes, I will use the Pokedex. Nice. So you basically can use this Pokedex to encounter different Pokemon that you find. And when you do that, it'll give you some more information. Pretty much every Pokemon game has a Pokedex. My grand adventure begins right now. And the Pokemon I used for the first time was Chimchar. If you would have chosen Chimchar at the lake, we'd have the same Pokemon now. Not that it matters, but anyway, I'm done. So basically what she's saying is, that's not the same Chimchar as hers. So she actually has a different Chimchar, which means that poor Chimchar in the briefcase will be there for eternity. Alright, so she's got more experience than me. I'd like to question that because I started with Pokemon Yellow. Where'd you start at, Dawn? Alright, so she's just telling us the Pokemon Center. And I do like this better than OG Diamond and Pearl because, you know, it was just a simple overhead view of us walking to different locations. This actually has like a little sort of cutscene for it, you know? You know, let your family know that you're helping the professor. Alright, see ya. So we have to run back to our parents, or our mother's house. I don't know. Where did my dad go? My dad's gone. Anyway, we gotta go back, all the way back. But now that we can run, it's a lot simpler to get back. And you just take that little path there so you don't have to encounter any wild Pokemon. And you just go in here. And we have like another little cutscene where you're telling your mom goodbye. She lets you heal your Pokemon first. What's up, MrChabry? Professor Rowan asked you to do a job? Your mom's got your back. And she gave us a guidebook. So this was not in Diamond and Pearl. I don't know exactly what the guidebook does or says, but it basically gives you some more information. I'll be right by myself, dear. You go and enjoy your adventure. So she's almost kind of like saying, I'll be so sad all alone. I'm kidding. I'm okay. I'm an adult. Excuse me, is my little Tommy here? No, he's not. He must have left already. What to do? That boy shouted about going on an adventure and he bolted. So yeah, he didn't even tell his mother. Would you do that for me? So, we got a little parcel, and we have to give this to Tommy. Alright. So this is basically the beginning of our adventure. We are no longer a young child. I mean, we are a young child. But we're no longer in the house, and now we have our hat. A hat that's pretty iconic for Diamond and Pearl. Now off you go. This is the actual beginning of our adventure. So we're going to end this here. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. Stay tuned for some more Shining Pearl. If you got Brilliant Diamond, let me know. You can still watch this and enjoy it. I will see you in the next Pokemon video.